You may begin.
It just said frames drop. Episode 28 of apparently y'all's whatever.
My temper tantrum, his man cave. Fucking.
No, it's not hard. 1, 2.
All I wanted to do was not have to worry about having that shit on the video.
Mm-hmm. Well, now it's on there.
Well, it is
and you're
now.
not going to edit and post.
No, I'm not.
You don't edit shit.
Nope.
That's what we do.
You know what? Episode 19 is getting aired.
You know what? No, it's not.
Good luck.
No, it's not.
How's that, motherfucker?
No.
Fuck you.
No. You do that, and I'll be over here every fucking day.
Well,
eating food, taking up electricity, sleeping on that fucking couch, crying.
what couch?
That, you know what I meant.
It's a mattress.
Whatever.
There's about to be a fucking couch back here.
Episode 28 of my podcast, His Man Cave. I'm Glenn Stewart. And that's Jonathan Gates.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, don't act like you're so fucking chipper.
I am. I'm great. I
No,
feel good.
you weren't earlier. You were being all bitchy, and I felt like we were married for a minute. It's fucking horrible.
Oh, man. Man.
I know.
Man,
I know.
I'd love to do it, too.
I know you can't, though. No. I wouldn't recommend that.
I love inside jokes.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they're the best. So what were we talking about? We were talking about Shreveport and how it needs to grow better.
What we're actually talking about is I'm about to have a fucking couch back here.
I didn't know where you were going with that, but I thought it was about to be what we're really talking about. Never mind. A couch?
Oh, no. I wouldn't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Yeah, man. We got a new couch coming.
Uh-huh.
My wife got a new couch.
Does it hurt to be a Gotsalot?
I've had
Every day we
I've
come
had
in,
the same couch
every day
for
we
10
come in
fucking
here,
years.
you
Eat a
come
dick.
in here and you're just rubbing it in your face about all your wealth and privilege.
My privilege. Yeah.
Look at me, I've got
I am-
brand new furniture.
Look
for
at
my
me.
ass.
I also get to pay all these credit card bills.
You just bragged for 5 minutes about how if you get the other house or take care
I
of
wasn't
you'd
bragging,
be
I was
debt-free.
talking.
You'd be debt-free.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited
you were
about that, too.
fucking bragging your ass off.
Well, man, I made a smart choice, and I'm excited that it's about to pay off, so go fuck yourself.
I'm happy for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
See, that's the
that's good.
difference between me and you is I'm genuinely happy.
Well, I'm
for you.
genuinely happy for you, too.
You're just digging. You're digging closer.
I'm not even digging. I ain't got
No,
a shovel in my hand. So anyway, I'm about to have another couch.
I thought you were about to say I'm
Oh.
about to have another kid. I'm like, so much for
Fuck,
debt
no.
free.
Dude, that motherfucker across the street.
Don't talk about your kids that way.
No, not the one that's not the motherfucker that's in the house. The motherfucker across the street. You know who I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
He fucking tells
Dick?
Yes, he tells people at random. Oh, I got something to tell you about that too. He's got a podcast that's about to be coming out.
You already told us yesterday.
No, that's ours. He's got his own that he wants to do.
Here?
Yeah,
How many are we gonna do out of this fucking thing,
dude. Let's
Everybody's gonna. This
roll
table's
them
gonna be more
out.
fucking famous than we
Oh
are.
man, this table is already more famous than we are. It's definitely older than all of us. Anyway, so
Together.
we're getting a new couch,
Yeah.
and my wife.
Is it cloth?
I think so.
Gross.
I think. I don't think it's leather. I think it is cloth. But she's also getting a new recliner,
Oh.
and she wants me to put the old ones out here, just in case she doesn't like the new ones. I'm like, bitch, let's throw them in the trash. Let's get them the fuck out
Isn't
of my
that how we
life.
got this dresser in here?
Yes, that's exactly how we got this
So
dresser in here.
basically, this is becoming a storage room.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
You do what you got to do.
Hey, man, I'm married. I got a boss, and she is in the house. And if she really wants a couch back here, I know y'all gonna be seeing a couch behind me on camera.
Oh yeah.
So there ain't no arguing about that. But
no, sir.
yeah, man, we're about to have a fucking couch back here in the next week or so.
So
And I'm not excited about it.
You should be.
I'm not.
There's plenty of. It's a lot of room for activities. People get to hang out on the couch.
Fuck that couch. Fuck that couch. Fuck that couch. Fuck that couch.
Are we
Fuck
still,
that couch.
We're still on the tune
Deep
of
and
deep
wide.
and
Yeah,
wide.
absolutely. No, fuck that couch. I mean, I can't say it enough. Fuck that couch.
I'm looking at what Gabby has written down for us to speak on.
Irritation. What was that? Emancipation.
Irrigation.
That's what it was.
Irrigation.
So
the Supreme Court rules against
The
tramp
Romans.
reforms.
Tramps.
It said, look at
What?
it. It says tramp reforms on irrigation.
Holy but Jesus.
They are really. So
He
basically,
has very fancy fucking dry erase writing.
we're gonna cut off Mexico from water. That's what I'm reading. Gabby's a racist.
I didn't know this about you.
The whole him being gay
Makes-
Filipino cover.
Oh wow,
Cover.
he's that's his beard. That's his spandex. How would that? I don't know what that would be.
What do they call it whenever a gay guy's got him a lady, but
That's a beard.
No, it's another
Oh,
word.
sorry.
You know the word.
A hag.
No, that's no. You know what I'm talking about whenever it's a cover. Like,
A gay guy has a wife
yeah.
and kids.
Yeah.
And his wife and kids are his
That's what
cover.
it
For,
is.
it's a beard.
cover.
It's
I thought
just
it
a
was called-
cover.
What's a beard?
This is a beard. That is
No,
a beard.
I know what my motherfucking beard is. It's my wife and my kids. No, but I've always been told that's called a beard.
Oh, well. I'm not privy to such information.
Just like a bear is a big hairy gay man. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
And then you have an otter.
You wouldn't be a bear at all because you shave all your shit, right?
What would we say I would be? He said I'd be a bear with alopecia.
You'd be a sea lion,
I
a manatee.
don't know if you've ever seen a bear without its hair. That is a terrifying fucking creature. They're all muscular and bowed. That is not what
Have
I
you
look.
seen that picture of the gorilla with no hair?
I look like that fucking sloth that they found floating in the Amazon with no hair. Just this bulbous bodied, almost fetus-like. Just this. No, I look like a giant fucking turkey right before you threw it in the oven, you know? Pale. The lady at the gym today told me that. She's like, so are you going to be tanning too? And I'm like, been going to this gym for 2 years, lady.
Why don't you jump in tan a bit if you're that worried about it?
Well, shit, all I did was go to fucking... just being in New Orleans air, I got a fucking herp thing on my
You
lip.
sure you don't have the Dos Equis virus? Or is it Corona?
From what I saw on Facebook, they should have called it the Kung Flu.
I saw that.
That
It made me smile.
When I saw
I said,
that.
oh, they missed it on that one.
Yeah, like that would have been better.
Man, there's a lot of conspiracy about that shit, man. And you know we're into conspiracies here at my podcast, His Man Cave.
We are.
We are.
It started with like what 3 that were under armed guards. Now it's up to like 48. But in China where they're telling everybody, hey,
The truth.
the truth, it's thousands.
40. The last I saw it was 44,000 people.
Now, if you
infected.
really think about it, 44,000 in Chinese terms, not even a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
In a place that deserves,
But
that was almost
44,000
irreverent.
Look, if it's factual, then 44,000 people have been walking around for the incubation period sick and are now finally showing signs where they can be labeled as one of these 44,000 people. How many people did they come in contact before they realized that they were sick? And how many people are to come?
I'm a firm believer that we have too many people on the planet. And
Well,
that
we're
they're
looking at Z-Day, brother.
well, no, not as much Z-Day as much as just, oh, God, we're going to get to that disease. Because like I said, 44,000 in Chinese folks.
I get it.
Not even a fucking drop. They're not gonna have like a national day of silence or nothing. They're just gonna. Everybody's gonna. New people are gonna have jobs. People are getting promoted. I mean, here 48 is. They'll claim that's a national fucking disaster.
Well, I mean, how many people would it take for you to be like, huh?
Who, me personally? I think that's a lot of fucking people. But I also believe that...
Did I tell you on air yesterday that I bought masks?
You bought your what?
I bought masks. I told you that yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
But I didn't know if I told
Yeah,
you on air.
Yeah, you did.
I bought masks.
I mean, and I think that it's just like the cure for cancer. I'm sure they have it.
Yeah.
They're just not... We don't need anything, and honestly...
Money's in treatment.
Yeah, but also... There's so many fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean to be like, I mean...
Let me say what you gotta say. We can always edit it out and post.
No, he can't. But my thing is, like, Bernie Sanders tweeted the other day about, we need to take care of the world and we need to do this.
No.
Well, that fucking virus is
Taking
clearing
care,
up some
yeah.
real estate.
Yeah, I mean, it has the potential to.
I mean, and I'm not making fun of it because knowing my luck, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Because
But I mean,
I'm
look, if all these Chinese
actually,
people, never mind.
actually
I'm not doing
no, because that would, if I got it, then I'd be, because I always, when I was growing up, I always got like weird diseases. Like I got like bacterial mumps, which is
that. Hand, foot, mouth disease.
no, just bacterial mumps, and then I had all
Herpes
of the
simplex 10.
I had all of the symptoms of My appendix rupturing, except I was hungry. So they didn't know my appendix was about to burst. Like most people are like, oh God, I'm dying. No, I was like, it hurts, but I could really go for some food.
I can really handle a cheeseburger right about now.
You know, I mean, I've always had weird issues.
Yeah,
What?
fits.
Germany, 29 minutes ago, just got their first case of the virus.
Germany.
Well, see, I feel like they've had it come. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, I mean, the next thing he's got writ on there, writ,
Rid on theirs?
75th anniversary of the closure of Auschwitz, because you wrote it on there like the 75th anniversary of
liberation,
Auschwitz. Brought to you by Hitler's cleaning chimney cleaning
There it
services.
is. That's right.
What was your slogan there?
Jewee, this chimney's dead. I mean, I'm going to hell. I know that.
Oh man.
Man, did I tell you I was watching this guy, these videos of these guys train hopping across country?
Oh, God, did somebody fall?
Oh, no, it's not like that. Well, the one guy did talk about how he had an accident and got fucked up pretty bad. But then, like, a week after getting out of the hospital, he was back jumping on a train. And they ride these motherfuckers from, like, Georgia to New York City. One guy, the one I watched before y'all got here was, I was watching one, the guy was going from Dallas, Texas to somewhere in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, somewhere around Jackson, Mississippi,
Yeah.
something like that. And he came through Shreveport. That's the only reason why I started watching it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it says that the Holocaust...
Oh, we're back on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Holocaust memories, or celebrating the anniversary of the closing of it, has triggered multiple anti-Semitic attacks. Which doesn't surprise me, because I was actually watching something today, but on my way over here. There is a comedian, actress-comedian, whose name is Miriam Margolyes.
Mm-hmm.
She played Professor Sprout in Harry Potter.
Okay.
Cool lady. But she is she's a Scottish Jew. And she was talking about the fact that she has been
Very,
very...
can I get a discount? I'm sorry. What was she talking? I'm sorry. What was she talking about?
So anyway, she was talking about the fact that whenever she has been questioned about like the state of Israel and their policies towards everything going on, and she's very outspoken about it. And a lot of people don't take her serious because she's a comedic actress, and she acts real silly on like talk shows and stuff like that. So they don't take her serious as a person who really genuinely feels conviction about the way they treat other people and how she finds it to be just abominable. And so anyway, she was talking about the fact that she has been threatened several times. It's like she'll be doing a show and they will protest her shows because she's spoken, and it can cause anti-Semitic attacks. Because that's how they would respond to it, is using it as propaganda to support being anti-Semitic.
So kind of like what they're doing with Joe Rogan and supporting Bernie Sanders kind of deal,
Yeah.
where they're saying because that Bernie Sanders doesn't need to take the Joe Rogan endorsement because Joe Rogan has said homophobic, transphobic things in the past, kind of like that. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
but I
getting at?
mean, whenever Joe had Bernie on his podcast, that was a really interesting podcast. I mean, he was only in there for an hour and
some
7
change,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really interesting, and I can appreciate somebody that's got something to say, because I don't disagree with everything he says, just some of his attitude towards it. You know, like I can understand conviction, but I feel like a lot of people nowadays are just bitching for the sake of bitching.
Well, that podcast definitely gave me a different perspective on Bernie, but I mean,
Right.
I still don't necessarily support what he says. But I mean, Rogan's got it figured out with that long form conversation, you know, and actually being able to talk to people. Because I mean, he's right. When you sit back and watch a CNN or ABC or NBC, you've got 7 people talking over each other for a total of 7 minutes, and everybody's trying to get their
Word in edgewise.
right, and they can't say nothing. And when you watch these debates, they're the same way, and it's just, I mean, it's comical at this point in time the way some of these things are done.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody has a conversation anymore.
No, but-
Nobody
and
just says,
that's where Rogan came in. You know what I'm saying? Like he had Gary Johnson on a couple years ago, which was a great fucking episode. He had Tulsi Gabbard, isn't that her name?
Mm-hmm.
On. She's fucking fantastic. Who else did he have on? I thought he had one other one on. One other.
Well,
He had Andrew Yang.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's his name? God, I can't think of it. Jordan Peterson.
Right.
I love his interviews with Jordan Peterson.
His voice puts me to sleep, but I do like Jordan Peterson.
Well, no, I just like the fact that
It's comical.
he's so analytical about it.
His voice puts me to sleep.
No.
Like, I have to be like first thing in the morning. I can't try to listen to him at night because I'll be like, man, fuck, man. Because he's very interesting and I want to keep listening. But the actual sound of his actual tone makes me sleepy.
You know how
His tone,
Ted
his
you know how
cadence.
Ted Nugent comes at you when out in his views?
Yeah,
Like how just it's very in your face.
right?
That's the same way I feel about listening to Bernie Sanders.
I can respect that.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I can't listen to you constantly fucking talking about it. And I understand that's what you're doing right now. But you've been saying the same shit forever.
Right.
You know, and like we've heard it, and that's fine. You know, but like I get aggravated about stupid shit. Like you got it on there. They're doing the impeachment thing today was their bringing up the defense attorneys. I saw that at the gym. You know, and
I don't even watch this shit anymore.
well, I mean, it's become a fiasco. Here's the thing. I don't think they're gonna have him. He's not gonna get impeached, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Oh, but he's already been impeached. That's what's her name keeps hollering. He will go down in history as
Is
being
this the same
impeached.
person that keeps yelling that cow farts are gonna be the end of the world?
Oh no, not the Nancy
AOC.
Pelosi. Yeah,
God.
Nancy.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi looks
Yeah,
like a fucking goblin.
I can't stand listening to her because she's got fucking cotton balls in her mouth or something.
Have you seen the memes where they like put her in a robe and they make her look like the emperor? It's so fucking funny. And she's like, absolute power.
She
Just,
seems like she's kind of wasted all the time.
well, no, it's just like whenever it's like the minute she walks up, you look at her, and if you've ever worked retail or in a restaurant, and she starts talking, you instantly start turning her the fuck off. Because I was a manager at a big retail chain. Okay,
That's my work.
yeah,
That's twice.
we'll go answer it. I'll take it from here.
I'll just answer it on here.
Okay,
Hello.
but my point is,
Hey, you good?
Is it just seems you can hear her. I'm just letting you know. So if it's supposed to be a private conversation. So my point is, I'll talk to you, Gabby. When she walks up, I feel like, honest to God, it's like you knew that this bitch is about to complain. Like, she's going to find the one yogurt that's out of date. You know what I'm saying? Like, she reached all the way she reached past 12 fucking containers of fresh yogurt to find the one that's got like the little pin. Somebody put a needle in this. You know what I'm saying?
I
Or
need to talk to your manager.
yeah, or she'll find the one bruised apple, and you've got that poor bastard making $8.50 an hour looking for fucking besmirched fruit, and this bitch is just like, I found one. Look at it. There's a worm in here. I know. And
We need to contact the health inspector.
do you remember when we worked at Walmart, there was that lady that walked up, and she kind of looked like a younger version of Pelosi, and she walked up and she asked me where the Jewish food aisle was.
Yeah.
And when I looked at her, I'm like, why? You know? You look like a white soccer mom. What are you trying to make matzo balls? Well, anyway, for packaged matzo balls suck. Anyway, I'm going to make matzo ball soup. Hamburger helper style. Fucking dumb shit. Anyway, and this ignorant woman was the reason that everybody hates white people. And she's not from the South. This bitch goes, I see that you have a Mexican food aisle, a Chinese food aisle, and I know up front is for the black people. And I'm like, pardon? Excuse me? And she's like, you know. No, go ahead, ignorance. Let's see this. Let's see what we're about to do. And when it came out of her mouth, and I will not repeat it on this podcast, the exact words are, you're the reason that people hate white people. because of stupid, ignorant soccer mom. You don't get out of your house. You're fucking for the fucking rent. That's what you're doing. And all you got to do is keep your tits perky and your ass fine. And those kids are just fucking heathens being raised by video games. And you can't read the words Hispanic foods aisle or Asian foods aisle. Pisses me off. Well, no, I think she was mistaking the fact that Walmart does have like a African American hair care.
Oh, wow.
Right, but
Sorry about that.
she's like, I know y'all have an African American aisle. And I'm like, what would that consist of? Like, that's
Do I answer that question? I don't think I do.
well, I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I worked at Walmart forever. And shout out Walmart if y'all want to sponsor. Good old American fun. And there was a lady, and you're not allowed to talk to anybody who's stealing. You can't interrupt. And there's a woman in there, and I swear to you, it's a bigger lady. And I'm not going to name any race or denomination or person. But she's just shoving. She's opened the 650 pack of the Sweet and Low. Like $13.76 worth of sweetener here. And she's just shoving them in her fucking
I
bra.
don't know what restaurant she owns.
And I walked up to her and I'm like, look, where I'm from, you don't have to make those sweeter. And we like them just the way they are. No artificial sweetener needed. We'll put our mouth on a salty one for all we care.
Yeah.
And she's like, so am I going to jail? And I'm like, not over Sweet and Low. You are going to come pay for those because they do have a really big policy against selling titty-soaked Sweet and Low here at the Walmart.
Not for individual sale.
It was so fucked up, though. I just ran into some of the worst people in California. I was telling him about this woman who was really hell-bent that there was an African-American foods aisle and argued with me for a good 25 minutes.
Did y'all have it? No? Oh, I'm just making sure.
The area that
They got
she
everything
thought
else.
she would, the area that she thought was that section is a little place called Deli and Produce. And I'm not going to go into why. But this ignorant bitch.
I want to know why.
I think you
I
know
think
why.
everybody wants to know why.
I don't think I'm going to say it.
All right, well,
I'm not an
well,
ignorant white soccer mom from suburban California. Like,
Man.
but you should have seen it. Like, my mouth just dropped. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Just didn't know where it's sourced.
You need to put the microphone by your face if you're going to hit us with that voice.
It does move up and down too.
No, don't teach him how to work it. But I remember, and it was just ridiculous. The amount of stupidity. There's so much in this world that the thing is I would I would rather have a president that told you to go fuck yourself than that was passive aggressive.
I mean, I'd rather people start talking about the other things.
Like why I keep driving through the same pothole on Linwood Avenue?
It's I think a little more deeper than that. Like, why is the NFL tax exempt?
Fuck that. No,
Why do
what
we have
affects
such a-
me?
Why do we have such a broad?
No. See, that's the problem. We're
military
trying
budget?
to fix all this big shit whenever we need to start fixing the shit that affects us.
Well, but see, and that's the thing is,
Shit rolls downhill and I have to drive through potholes and the government's not paying for my suspension.
well, no, I mean they're not. Absolutely, I give you that. But I mean, drive
Because
around-
I think that I could have a standing lawsuit
center
against
those
the
potholes.
state of Louisiana for
Drive
I-20.
smarter,
For
yeah.
I-20. No, for I-20. You can't avoid I-20.
I-20's not that bad.
I-20 coming back from fucking Minden is like
Yeah, touche.
ba-dum. Like I used to drive in my 97 pickup truck just knowing that any minute I'm going to lose a fucking very important part and I'm going to fly off into that Bossier ditch and nobody's going to find me. And it's just going to
Oh, they're
rain.
gonna see you, but they're not gonna care.
It's going to rain like 3 days later, and I'm just going to float off to some bumfuck nowhere bayou, end up on Sligo Road, and then I'm just sexually abused.
After you've died?
Yep.
Well,
Have you ever been to Sligo Road?
yeah, you should deliver water out there. Never once anally penetrated. Maybe because I was alive the whole time. But,
I had a friend of mine
whoa, hold on a second.
who was
I
gay.
don't know where we're going with this.
No, and he was fucking an oil field worker. or getting fucked by an oil field worker.
Either way.
And while he's giving him roadhead, a hog ran across this fucking, and they hit the fucking hog. They get out of the truck, and the guy is so embarrassed. He thought that God sent the hog to land in front, and left my friend out in the middle of a fucking field with obviously more than one hog. And I had to go out there, and there's my friend, terrified as just a 6-foot-tall gay scarecrow. Just, he's just shivering. He's like, I said, what happened? He's like, I had my mouth on him, and then we hit the speed bump, and it wasn't a speed bump. It was a really big pig, and it killed him. and then he left me out here. He told me that it was divine intervention, and I was like, I started laughing. He didn't think it was funny, but I was laughing because I was like, Gabby, you're gay. If that were to happen, do you have so much pent-up guilt that the Lord would divinely intervene? Now, is he intervening in the fact
This
that
week's
it's...
episode of Scared Straight.
Well, no, is he intervening because of the gay, or is it the adultery? Which sin is it? Because
Well, you didn't. I didn't hear you say one of the guys was married.
you don't go get a blowjob in the middle of a cornfield if you're just some straight guy going, you know what I need? Some weird corn fucking.
Well, I mean,
He told me it was pretty average for these workers to get them a little butt strange in these random fields.
no,
What are you talking about? No.
one or two maybe. There's no way. Really, fucking oil field workers are getting fucked in the butt out. in the
Have
middle
you
of these
seen?
fields?
Do you have friends that are in the oil field?
I've had friends. That are in
Roy,
the
do
field.
you get the fucking text messages from him all the time? Oh man, all day long on Messenger. It's the fucking gayest shit you've ever seen. The gayest thing he's ever sent me was something about a type of shoe he was gonna wear. That was it. He's never sent
Which
me
earrings? I
He's-
don't know.
we got into a conversation about him not wanting earrings because he wants to be the great value of gays. Here I am trying to have a classy gay best friend.
Oh, that's right. You were talking
Yeah,
about that.
all the way home, I bitched. He won't even get a magnet earring.
Good for you. Stand your ground. Fuck
No.
them.
Well, then I turned it on him and I was like, well, you do have that Filipino head thing going on.
Well,
That
and
big
he's
head.
got a shirt with the sleeve half off his shoulder and shit. He's playing the part.
It's
they
not the
got the
same.
earrings.
I'm just saying there were several down in New Orleans that could outclass him.
It almost.
I'm
Sounds like,
kidding.
it's
Don't
almost-
you take those earphones off.
It almost
was a
sounds
joke.
like Glenn wants to go work in the oil field.
No. My point is that the messages though are fucking ridiculous. You look at it and you're like, why is this what y'all do all day? Because it's like really gay, vulgar shit, and it's always the same. I could show you one guy in particular. I had to tell him stop, fucking stop. Every time if my phone goes off, I'm getting fucking nervous. I'm like, I've got like PTSD for fucking Facebook Messenger because it's just going to be cock shafts and whoops, it's not a lady. And because I'm not one of those people that looks at it like, oh, that's a good looking lady. And then, oh, surprise, it's a dick. As soon as I open, I'm like, here comes a dick. It's coming.
I think one of the funniest things I've ever seen that involved a penis was.
Yours?
Well, no, that's just sad. You know that.
I
Bruno
finally get
Mars-
one and he doesn't like it.
No, I mean,
Not a
I-
penis.
I played. I played with the joke with you. Is all I did.
Don't play with it on the...
You didn't even go.
I'm not doing that.
Well, that's your fault. If you'd have done that, I would have known. I'd have gotten the signal. I'd have known what was up. But no, somebody sent me a video one time of that Bruno Mars song, and it starts off dun 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 dun, and it was them dancing, and then the chick getting hit in the face with this huge fucking dick.
Well, no.
and it was fucking hilarious.
That would be funny.
It was funny as fuck.
There was one that they sent me the other day.
Laugh my ass off.
This
at that.
guy's sitting there, and I mean, he's just taking her to Meat Street, and then like they hit a bump in the road because they're in a van, and it comes out, and he just fucking thunders her asshole, and the noise she made.
I bet.
And she's like,
Shit. Ouch.
and she just kept on. As the end of it. But I watched it, and I'm like, there's this one meme that they sent that has this girl with no arms and no legs, and they said, number one problem, what do you do with her when you're done? I was like, it's just fucked up shit.
Oh, I thought you had a punchline coming.
There is
I
no
thought you were gonna say what
punchline. You
would
just
do where
look
they
at
were
it and you're
doing
like,
that.
oh my God, I've never thought about that.
Why would you think about that?
I know, like, I mean, you don't just sit there, but that's, I'm going to tell you right now, I know we live in such a not respectful time in American history because the memes about Kobe are respectful.
Right.
And then you have these fucking ass clowns that are putting horrible shit out on the internet that is promoting the worst type of negativity. But the problem is, I'm a comic, and I can see the humor. And I shouldn't repeat it. I'm not going to, but
Repeat what?
there was a meme that said, it showed a Japanese restaurant and it said, Kobe done well. And then the other one was not.
Yes, I want to say I caught part of that earlier, and I didn't get to read all of it.
My point is, it's terrible.
Yeah, no. I mean, what did you expect coming out of the internet, man?
But no, I've seen so many.
What are
It's
you
almost
talking
like,
about?
did you hear about that kid with the Legos? Where he had the Legos and his dad yelled out like
as he
he's
was
like,
faking the crash,
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard about that.
You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about that one.
I'm glad that nothing would come out of
Yeah.
your God-fearing Christian house
Yeah.
like that.
You're absolutely
like,
right.
oh.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was,
But you know what?
apparently it
I
was the
saw-
first thing that came to the dad's mind whenever he saw the kid faking the helicopter crash. The first thing he thought was, Kobe! Hey, man. It's on him, not us.
That guy's a dick. I saw somebody that
Good
was
friend of
like,
mine.
shout out to Ari Shafir for fucking the internet over.
All of this triggered me to watch. I told you about the video. I watched the audio of it.
Yeah.
Which led me down a rabbit hole. Do you remember the guy that stole the airplane in Washington?
Yeah.
Last year, year before last, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to the audio and the video that people had of that. That shit was insane. Do you know what I'm talking about? So there was a guy that stole was it a FedEx airplane or he stole it? No, it was a passenger airplane, so it
Yeah.
couldn't have been FedEx. So he stole a passenger airplane with nobody on it, and he was a baggage handler or something for the company. And I guess they were refueling or whatever, and he just hopped in that bitch and took the fuck off. And got up, and they finally talked to him on radio, and he was talking about how he was going to do some barrel rolls, and he was like, I really wasn't thinking, I didn't really realize till right now today that I got some screws loose, obviously. And he was like, there's going to be a bunch of people that are disappointed in what I'm doing today, so I want to apologize to them.
That's like a major problem.
And then this motherfucker does a couple of flips and does some barrel rolls, and this fucking passenger prop plane, he does a couple flips, and then he's like, the fucked up part is he was talking to air traffic control and another pilot that was trying to get him to land the plane. And they were trying to get him to land. I think it was at an Air Force base. And he was like, no, they're going to be pissed at me if I land there. So I'm not doing that one. So they tried to get him to land in another one. And he was like, kind of basically ignoring him. Said he had played video games so he kind of knew what he was doing. And I want to say the exact way he said it was, I played video games before, so I kind of know what I'm doing here.
A 4? Did you just say?
I may have.
No. Did he?
I don't-
That
he
would have
said
only made the
before,
story
yeah.
better.
But
I
he's-
played video games
It's
before.
Anyway, this motherfucker is talking to the air traffic
What
control.
happened to that guy?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
So he's talking to air traffic control and the pilot. Another pilot that's that's flying a plane that can see what he's doing.
Can you imagine?
And the guy, and I want to say it was one of the F-16 pilots,
Oh.
because they scrambled jets because they were going to shoot his ass down if he was going
I was
try
about to
crash
say,
into
if
something.
the Coast Guard can sink the man's bubble.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Well,
They
that's
should
what
be able
they
to-
were going to do,
they
but he
should
was
be able
over
to-
a lake or something like that. He was right outside of Seattle. And they told him, keep it over the water. You can land in the water. You know what I'm saying? He said, how high do you think I need to be to do a barrel roll? And the guy was like, man, why don't we just worry about landing? He was like, what do you think, about 5,000 feet? And this motherfucker does a flip, does some barrel rolls, and then they're like, all right, now that you've done that, let's go ahead and land this thing. And he was like, man, I honestly didn't think I was going to make it this far. So I think I'm going to do another one and just nose down and call it a night. And they're like, "Nah, let's do this." And then he fucking did a flip, nose down, called it a night, and crashed onto an island, and that was that. Killed himself. Crashed that plane. Sorry, the story wasn't sweeter.
No, that's
He did not land it. Well, he landed it, but he landed it kind of hard and kind of hot.
he just said, "I'm gonna do this one more again."
I'm gonna just go ahead and do this, and then I figure I'm just gonna nose it down
I'm
and
gonna
call
cut-
it.
I'm
Maybe
gonna cut-
call it a day.
I'm gonna cartwheel this motherfucker through the wilderness.
So he was like, "Oh man, it's beautiful." And that, like, there was one point where he was like flying off towards the mountains, and they were like, "Man, why don't you go ahead and make that left turn and start coming back this way? Because I'm not gonna be able to hear you soon." And he was like, "Oh, it's gorgeous." And then he turns back, and then he does barrel rolls, and then he kills himself.
No, he wasn't on any drugs or nothing.
I mean, he was fucked
Well, they
up.
don't
He was
know.
fucked
They
up in
don't
some
know.
way.
They didn't find any.
I mean, he was on diesel fuel if they did drugs. Because all of that would have been mixed together. So, but no, I don't know. I didn't see any details about,
They didn't have any. Oh man, way to go out with your boots on though.
Man.
Like if you're gonna
Dude, you
if you're
should've-
gonna fucking do it, you might as well be like. Because I think that you had to have been overwhelmed once you
Oh,
got
yeah,
away with it.
I don't, dude. There was one thing that I watched on one of them that said he was married and they owned like a bakery or something. Him and his wife, and I don't know.
She was taking somebody else's dough or what?
Maybe Pillsbury Doughboy was. Anyway, the fucked up part is the video that they have is all like people wondering what the fuck is going on video. Like they don't have any like chopper 3 here, camera whatever. Like keep an eye. It's people with cell phones and they're all talking in the background like, what the fuck is he? Holy shit! There's a fighter jet. What the hell's going on? And this prop planes do this and like there was one when he did the flip, and when I bet he was 50, 60 feet above the water when he actually finally started coming back up. It was close. He was splashed down in the water, but he nailed that one and then went over and nosed it straight down onto this little island. The woman's actually still suing the airline for cleaning up all the shit.
Oh, on the
As a
island.
rabbit, I fell down a rabbit hole, man.
So now my question is what does the wife get charged with the damages
Probably
for
not.
the airplane?
Probably not. He was an employee. They got insurance for that.
For renegades?
Well, I mean, it's your employee. He passed background checks. If he would have crashed it into that, if he'd have crashed a baggage car into that airplane and it would have exploded and all the people would have died, it wouldn't have been his wife responsible. It would have been the airline.
Yeah.
So,
Guess if
but he didn't. Nobody got hurt but him.
Well, no, he
Well,
didn't
I
get
mean,
hurt.
emotionally,
he got
People
dead.
got hurt, but
Emotionally, how?
his wife, his kid. I guarantee that pilot that had to
I
watch
guarantee
him
you
and
his-
try to talk him
I
off the
guarantee-
plane was a little shook
I
after
guarantee you his kid was like,
The air traffic
My
controllers-
dad's the baddest. You think Evil Knievel's a bad motherfucker?
that. Hold my beer.
This motherfucker said, I'm going to barrel roll a commercial plane.
And Evil Knievel made some money off of it, though, to leave that fucking kid so he could be proud of him. This dude just,
Have you ever seen?
this motherfucker he did not like tossing bags. Tell you that now.
It's almost as crazy as them people. Well, I mean, wait, where's the company that they're jumping out of the building to get away from
That's
working?
Apple, isn't it? In Japan,
Oh, that's not China?
maybe China. I don't know. I want to say it's out where they had to build the fences off the roof because people were going up to the roof and trying to kill themselves. They
Yeah.
just couldn't. Man, my lunch break is not long enough. I'm done. I'm fucking done with this shit. I ain't working 16 hours a day, fucking getting 15-minute worth of break every 3.5
Can you
hours.
imagine working there, though? You're just trying to eat your sandwich.
Yeah.
Here comes Bert from accounting. Like,
How about this? You walk out to the parking lot to get in your car and your window's smashed. You're like,
Because
man,
Edna.
man, I wonder who did it today.
Foxconn in China.
Foxconn in China. Shout out to Foxconn.
Sounds like some people in Foxconn.
Shout out to Hercules Fence who installed the fence. Been saving lives since 2015.
I bet some of them are praying for that coronavirus.
I don't want it.
No, it'd be like, they're like, we need a break. Well, here's a corona hour.
Yeah, all of those people are like, mass, fuck that. Here, cough in my mouth.
Ugh, I watched my niece cough in my brother's mouth. I almost threw up.
Oh, my daughter sneezed in the back of my mouth once.
No,
my kids are fucking disgusting.
I
They're
know we've been
constantly-
down that rabbit hole. We're not going back down it.
You know what's weird is like I can't I can't.
Hunter who?
Probably Biden.
Biden.
I can't. Like, if you wiped your snot on me, I'd backhand the fuck
We've
out
already
of you.
talked about this. We're talking. You grossed me out on 5 different episodes talking about your kid shitting in your hand and the fact that,
That
you
was
are
so nasty.
that you are a fucking.
Did I tell you
super-
about Jackson
yes.
shitting in my
Yes.
hand, shitting in my hand when he tried to sit on my face, and like he was naked, he had just got out of the bathtub, and he was trying to sit on my face, and like I was laying on the couch, and he popped up over he was a little guy, like maybe 2 years old, and I caught him. And he farted and like sharded into my hand. It wasn't a full shit like Jonah did that day, but sharded in my hand. Man, if I wouldn't have caught that little motherfucker, you know how bad pink eye would have been on me that day? That motherfucker would have shit a little
now
nugget
back-
into my tear
So
duct.
here we got
Oh, you wanted to go somewhere else.
yeah, what is stigmas
Tell
of
you about vomit videos. They fuck you up too?
stigmas of
Is it bad stigma with vomit?
stigmas of masculinity. You wrote that in, like, what do you want us to talk about there?
How people can watch vomit and other less masculine men can't?
I can watch people throw up all fucking day.
Can you
but
watch
if-
them throw up on other people?
Oh yeah,
Oh, man.
but if I smell it,
Oh, yes.
That-
yum.
which
not yum, literally, but, you know.
stigmas of.
Oh, yeah? You want the bucket? He's got one.
So what do you want? Do you have a particular stigma?
Of
What?
stigmas of masculinity, like how it's bad now for men to be masculine. They're kind of treated like shit if they are masculine. You're supposed to be way more feminized.
Where we
Is
have
that
to
what you're getting at?
accept dad bods because apparently muscular toned physiques are not valued among anybody for sex.
These are all valid points that you can.
Why are you talking to it like you?
You don't always die from tobacco.
That's what he's doing. Sometimes you just lose a love.
Oh, that sounds weird.
That sounded accurate.
Sounds like a commercial.
Well, I mean, are you talking about like with the Gillette commercial, for example, where, you know, there was the whole thing where it was, man, I can't remember the full thing about that Gillette commercial now that I started talking about it. What was it? The guy tried to holler at a chick, and another guy was like, man, you need to calm down and don't, you know, disrespect. And it was really weird, like, about chauvinistic
Yeah.
people and how you can't do that anymore. Is that what you're getting at? Maybe.
Yeah.
You just wanted us
It's-
to talk
it's
about
a-
it, period.
Are you
Just
talking about
in
like
broad-
toxic
in general.
masculinity?
It could be.
Well, he's just talking about masculinity.
Because I'm going to be honest with
could
you,
be.
nowadays, someone like me or Johnny is considered toxically masculine.
I would disagree because
Yeah, I would too.
there's a.
No, I'm saying compared to what they want the norm to be. They want us to be passive.
They want you to detach from emotion entirely.
I disagree with that. I think they want you to detach from every emotion but what they want you to detach from.
Well,
Because if you detach from emotion, we wouldn't have any problems anymore because people would take emotion out of it.
Oh,
and
man,
when
the
somebody was
comedy
like,
would
hey,
come
bitch,
back.
you got some nice titties, they'd be like, all right, thanks. And just keep on walking. And not, I can't believe he said that to me.
You know what really irritates me? That because I'll take it back about me being toxically masculine.
You are? Or you're not?
I'm not, because at the same time, whereas people like I've been catcalled before. You know, we when we went to the bar the other night, several people, they didn't literally come on to me, but there was many come-ons a-coming, and I never once took offense to it. I'm always flattered with a compliment, whether it's something vulgar like, "Boy, I wish you'd put your hands on my neck" or something. You know,
Choke me a little.
yeah, like that.
No, look, I don't want to sound like a Captain Save-A-Ho, but I don't think we have a night. Even if you have it happen to you one night, 5 or 6 times in one night, you have no idea what a woman goes through. Because you know how many times you look at a woman that walks past you that's attractive, and you're like, man, what you think, what you may or may not say out loud. What
Oh,
you
I
may
don't
or
say
may not
that
say
shit.
anything to your homeboys or not. But I mean, every time a woman that is a woman, period, every time she passes a man, the potential for them to have that thought, that emotion, whatever
Well,
is
ladies.
there, and it, I can't see how I could ever understand it. Again, not trying to sound like a Captain Save-A-Bitch, you know,
Ladies,
ladies.
I would like you to know that I can promise you.
If I say you got nice tits,
No.
Oh.
I'm just letting you know,
sorry.
without a doubt.
Mhm.
I do not do that.
ever. You've never had a girl walk past you and you're like, God damn, she's beautiful.
I've no.
No.
I'll say that's a beautiful woman, but I mean, I don't do a, ooh, look at that bitch. I've never done that.
Okay, take the language out of it, but you've never been like, ooh.
Yeah, but I don't bring
Ooh,
it.
look at her.
Well, no, the thing is
Man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. With my mom and her marriage situation growing up, I watched so many guys treat women like meat.
Right.
I just don't do it. I mean, I can look at a woman and be like, oh, that's a beautiful woman, but I actually have a different outlook on people. I look at people and that's a beautiful person. I compliment, and I'm not trying to get him just to vouch for me, but you can. I literally talk about every human being as, oh, that's a good-looking person, or that's not. I don't think you've ever known me to talk like that. Because you've known me for 5 years, and I don't talk about like, well, I'd bend her over a brick. Nah, it's just not my style. I think it's ugly. I think it's really an ugly way to speak about another person. I know that sounds weird, but
I don't know if I believe this.
No.
I'm going to trust you and say that, okay, I believe you.
No, it's a personal thing. I really just do not, because the thing is I'm really off put by fibbery. And most guys that are like, well, if I had 5 seconds with her, you wouldn't do shit.
Well, no, that was all it take.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, though, is I get so off put by the fact that 98% of them will never talk to this woman. And I just don't believe in wasting the energy on it. If I'm going to compliment a lady, I will walk up and be like, you are truly beautiful. And then I'll walk off. I don't try to make it any more than that. I think that it's nice to compliment. I would never say, I don't catcall people. Even like when it's acceptable.
How would you hit on? Can you ever approach a woman? Is that like how would you hit on a woman?
No,
Just
I mean
cheesy and I think you're gorgeous.
No, like the other day, I mean, it was simple. It's like you're talking about the masculinity thing. I was talking to my little adopted son, and we were down at Bourbon Street, and he's like, man, these women they're just really gorgeous. And I'm like, and he's sitting there talking mad shit. And of course, he's 17, so what the fuck does he know?
He's going bananas.
Yeah, he's losing his shit. And I said, look, I'll show you an old trick. It's an old trick of the trade. You'll appreciate this. And it's like, so it's all these really good looking, I think there's a sorority and a fraternity got together for a formal down at Bourbon Street. So all the guys are dressed up in suits and their dads all work at banks. They're probably politicians or, very white.
On a pool company.
Yeah. And so we're sitting there and I said, watch this. And I walk up and I said, I'm going to show you how this works. And he goes, okay. So I walk up and I go, you're very beautiful. And I turn around and walk off. And he looks at me and she goes, she didn't even hear you. I'm like, I wasn't trying to get her to hear me. I said, look at the guy that was sitting next to her. This motherfucker's face was so fucking red. He was so mad that somebody had the balls to come up and say it, that he started ruining her night. And he goes, why'd you do that? I'm like, because when she starts looking for somebody who's fun, and he can conveniently be there. And I started photobombing their pictures, just making my presence known even more. So I'm very obnoxious to men. Never women, though. I just annoy the shit out. Whatever the opposite of catcalling to piss off dudes is, I'm that guy.
That guy.
I just love to really infuriate. Like it's like the grabbing a dude by his balls kind of thing. Just knowing that I can
Grab him by the foreskin.
There was something I saw. Never mind. Oh.
Could you imagine if Hillary had said that?
She'd have
grab
won.
him by the foreskin.
She'd have won. She'd have
What
won.
kind of different conversations would we be having today?
But no, I mean, like, I think that I don't, like, now I know a lot of women that don't have a problem with being catcalled.
Right.
But they're attention greedy. No, I'm just kidding. They
Fucking whores. Jesus.
No, but it's a different world. But I mean, I honestly do not. I don't find anything in it. It doesn't do anything for me to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I don't see you as doing that. I see you like when you get around your
I'm not-
guys, you might talk some shit.
I'll talk some shit, but I'm not gonna. Hey girl, what's happening? I ain't gonna catcall.
Now,
a bitch.
one
but I
time-
will. I mean, I've never had a problem, trying to talk to a girl.
Oh no, I talk to women.
Yeah.
But I talk to women.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I mean, don't get it wrong. I
don't
see
walk-
a good-looking girl, and I'm with my homie. I'm like, fuck, where'd that ass come from? We used to have a game that we played whenever we saw somebody from a distance. We had to try to judge whether or not we thought they were hot or not. So it was like Punch Bug, right? So if you see somebody and you're like, man, they're fucking hot, and I know they're hot, punch the dude that's with you. And if you get up on it and you're wrong, they get to punch you back.
Well, I mean, I would say that I do
We were
silly
kids,
shit.
don't worry about
silly shit, but I don't do it to catcall, but I do it to do stuff like make him laugh.
Right.
Like, cause if we're driving around, I see a good-looking woman, I'll be driving and I'll I'll be like, ah, God, and that's all I do. But she'll never know that I did it. I'll never do it in front of her. It's all mainly reaction of everyone else around.
I remember my homeboy.
Wait, hang on. I'm going to tell you. I've heard my favorite things, and I've said them on stage, was I had a friend of mine. We were talking about Cher. And he goes, I would drag my dick through a mile of broken glass just to hear her fart through a walkie-talkie. And I was like, fuck, that is devotion.
Yeah, you want that. You
Well-
want to hear that fart bad.
So on stage, I was like, how the fuck would you drag your dick without dragging the rest of your fucking body?
Got a big old dick. What was wrong with you?
You know, unless
Yeah,
you've
no.
got.
Yeah, you'd have to be hung by a crane.
Well, like, he's got a belly similar to me and you at the...
Oh, so no, he'd be fucked. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
what the
he's
fuck's he
gonna have-
talking about? He
he's
ain't
gonna-
dragging no dicks through nothing.
He's just dragging his... Just gonna... You're going to come out
You're
20
gonna
pounds
have to
light.
hold glass and rub it on your dick is what you're gonna have to do while you walk a mile.
You're just going to have to
motherfucker.
walk a mile just
Yeah,
stabbing your dick.
Yeah,
That's
all you have
it.
to do.
But I mean, let's see, one of my favorite ones is, and I thought it was gross, is my dad was like, I eat a mile of her shit just to find out where it came from. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I had a guy that I
the
worked with
fuck
used to
would
say
you
that
do
all the time.
He's like, well, it ain't that bad as long as you get through the corn. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I got so mad at my dad. Because my dad gave terrible sex advice. Don't look at it while you're jerking. It'll shoot in your eye.
That seems legit.
Yeah, I'm just saying that shouldn't be the sex talk.
No, probably not. Right.
I mean, like, I remember my nephew...
My sex talk with my dad. Whoops, sorry about that.
My nephew came up to me and he said, Uncle Glenn, what's sex? And I was like, sex is kind of like Legos. You just kind of fit together. I turned around and walked off. And then he goes and he tells my brother.
Is that my black lighter by chance?
No, it's not.
I'm missing one.
Well, I'm not a thief.
Well, it's kind of weird that you brought that up because nobody called you a thief. Guilty conscience? Jumping to conclusions there?
I'm going to need you to not
Do you
be
get a
so
lot of...
pushy
Hold on,
with
hold
your
on.
masculinity.
Jackson, this is for you. You ready? Do you get a lot of exercise jumping to conclusions like that, piece of shit? That's Jackson's joke.
Did your son called you a piece of shit?
Well, he has
Accurate.
in the past.
Ac-
Absolutely. No, we have
accurate.
we have a good policy here that if it's just me and them, they can talk some little shit. But yeah, no, do you get a lot of exercise in jumping to conclusions?
That's really funny.
Ah, man, I looked at him and was like, you know
God,
what?
his comedy
I'm
career is
leaving.
so much better than yours.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there up with yours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's just hadn't been doing it quite as long.
It's okay. He'll be in the same gutter I am one day, just living in your basement, trying to fulfill a dream.
Well, according to the way you started this show, I'll be able to afford it.
With all
So
your
fuck
privilege.
you,
With
motherfucker.
all your privilege.
All my privilege and weekly checks. All I do is go to work Monday through Friday. Fuck you.
So I was just wondering. I mean, you're talking about all this money you got for. Oh, we can afford this and that. I mean, are we getting paid off this shit yet? No,
Are you paying us?
not yet.
Yeah, then fuck no, you're not getting paid for none of that.
I was just saying, if we finally started making our 22 cents a month, I'm really gonna need that 11 cents.
No, I mean, if we make 22 cents, you get 11.
Right.
You know, but then, well, never mind. That's
This
fucking-
guy came up to me the other night at the bar. He's like, "Hey, you're that guy on that podcast."
That's not me.
did
Don't
this-
you fucking spread rumors.
I looked at him and I'm like, "What podcast is it?"
You're supposed to go. Yes, that's me. I'm Johnny.
He goes,
Yes, I'm Glenn.
He goes, he's like, I don't know. I think the name is like, his podcast, someone's Bat Cave, and I'm like, yeah, close
Yeah,
enough.
close enough. Man. Here's a
take
fucking sticker.
We'll take
What do you want me to sign? That's close enough.
Ah,
How about this check? What? No. It'll bounce.
oh,
Well. Giggly Gus over here.
I just got thinking about Pelosi dressed up as the Emperor from Star I guarantee you, if you want to blow that fucking
I'm
impeachment,
not blowing nothing.
if you want to blow the impeachment thing apart, when Pelosi comes in, if somebody just played it on their phone, bomb, bomb,
Over the PA?
bomb, bomb.
Yes.
That would be the end
I
of it.
re-
That's how ridiculous it is to me, is that not one person has done something silly. Nobody has attempted to bring humor to this.
No, but bringing that up, I did read a thing today where a guy hacked into one of those digital media billboards. He was stuck in traffic and hacked into it and was watching porn on it.
And we can't get one person
And we
to play bum 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 bum. So fucking
I said,
good.
this guy can do that, but we can't vote online? Come on. Man, could you imagine if you could vote online, the turnout we would have then? Everybody'd vote. Oh, you mean all I got to do is swipe left or right? Oh, shit. Done.
According to Gabby, swiping left or right is not as easy around this neck of the woods.
Yeah, I've always been told it's you have to cast a wide net. That's what my homeboy used to say. Because I was like, what are you...
He
'cause
used to said,
excuse me. I miss speaking, all right? Fuck off.
I misspoke.
Oh,
again.
fuck. How's that? But no, I used to see him doing this. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, oh, man, just check my was it Tinder? Check my Tinder thing. And I'm like, all right, why? He was like, oh, man, you got to cast a wide net. And it did not matter what was sliding across his screen. He was like, man, fuck it. You got to swipe 100 to get one of them to call you back. And I was like, fuck, man. So I was like, it's tough out there. Hard out there for a pimp.
My dad used to say you had to lower the standard to up the average.
Well, that sounds about right. Let's go bang a 10. Without a 10, we'll get 2 5s.
My
Can't
dad,
get 2 5s.
my
we'll
dad
get 10
told
1s.
my dad told me
Jesus.
a handful of 2s is as good as a 10.
My dad used to say a hole in the heartbeat. What?
I remember my dad told us when we were younger, never say no to none. The fat girls have the sweetest sugar because they never give it out. That was his advice to us.
Not true.
It's not true. No.
Fat girls are the least prude.
What's the name of that Rebel Wilson girl?
Yeah.
I promise you.
Oh yeah, you
She's-
like that?
She's giving out. I think she is hilarious.
Oh, I thought you were saying you'd hit that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would probably be intimidated enough to do so.
I
'Cause
would.
she's so funny though.
I don't think she's funny either, but
What the fuck is wrong with you?
man, I don't like that. I mean, she's made me laugh.
I thought you were about to say I don't like her accent, which she has no control of.
No.
That's so
she's
rude.
made me laugh, but I just don't find her to be funny. I don't find Melissa McCarthy.
McCarthy.
She's not that funny to me either.
The funniest thing that I've ever seen is in what was it, The Boss, when she sits on the hide-a-bed and she's never seen a hide-a-bed before, and she's like, oh, this is nice, and then it just slingshots her up against the wall. I laughed till I cried.
Was that Melissa McCarthy? You said it was The Boss?
I'll show you the scene.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
It's so funny though.
My wife loves her.
Well, no, I mean, it was just, even though it's very physical humor, it's just the how like, see, he's on the phone instead of switching the cameras.
Yeah. No, I mean, I understand.
I mean, it's really just
No. Just think. I mean, but you know what? You're absolutely right. I got you, Gabs. We're a team here.
I mean, God forbid we pay you.
Oh yeah, nobody's getting paid for this shit.
Fucking.
I say y'all want to throw down the electricity, then holler at me. But ain't nobody getting paid for this shit. I tell you that. Flagstar Mortgage and
The
fucking
first comments we got, it's like, what's Gabby doing?
he's fucking laying down on the job over there.
He's over there sleeping.
And he pulled the mattress out and took a nap. How long has the camera been just sitting on me?
It's for like
that 40
15
minutes? We're at 46 or 56 minutes. It's on me the whole time. I should have been picking my nose this whole time. I didn't even know it.
Well, no, the thing is, it's like this very side view of your face, and so you're just like, even when I'm talking, you're just like,
Oh,
yeah. It's just,
Yeah, just-
it was the Johnny's Profile Power Hour.
Hey, man, I love it.
I love it.
Hope y'all love it.
I
It's all of me.
understand with your skin complexion, we can't tell that you're blushing right now.
I can always turn the camera. Here, watch. just kidding. I can't turn it.
It just said frames dropped again. Anyway, all right.
We're at an hour.
We're at it.
We're at it.
We did it.
Got anything coming other than what we've? Well, I mean, you're gonna have to. Say
Yes,
that. Yeah.
February 15th. They're trying to put something together. What?
Oh, go ahead.
They're trying to put something together. I'm assuming it's going to be in Monroe, but it's going to be like an after Valentine's Day show, and I think they want me to do comedy and host a love connection thing, which is kind of a great idea, I think.
A crate idea. Let's bring up your mistakes. A crate idea. We're gonna box this idea in. Tell me more, Glenn. Give me the four corners of it.
If it was a crate, it'd be 8.
Well, no,
It'd be 16.
no,
How many would it be?
4. One,
No,
2, 3, 4.
4. How many points in it?
So, hey man, are you cold? Go stand in the corner. Heard it's 90 degrees. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We do appreciate it.
I like
You guys have a great night. Like and subscribe.
I like
You like that one?
That was the one.
Yes.
That's the one.
All right.
Last
Like and
night on the way
subscribe.
home, I was like, you know what? I think it's going to be us giving 0 fucks now. We just say what we want to. We're going to be untamed. If you like us, fuck yeah. If you don't, fuck you.
Yeah, if you like us, awesome. If we crash, never mind. I'm not going there.
We crash an airplane barrel rolling. Motherfucker, really? It's been 29 hours. You're a Johnny Cage, you're a piece of shit.
Love you guys.
See you
All
later.
right, you got to hit the record button so we can stop the video.
Motherfuckers over there just